Okay, everybody, now let's talk about the action of drawing down. What we're talking about here is something done in a very ceremonial magic way for the purposes of receiving a blessing or some variety of interaction or communication with the divine force, or apparently divine force, because we can use the word apparently here because we don't actually know 100% anyway, because none of us do, and all those who say they do don't know what they're talking about. Do you understand? Of course you do. Alright, so this is based upon experience, based upon me going out there in the cold and the dark, so to speak, and just doing it and working out what seems to be happening, what seems to not be happening based upon the energy sensations I've got. So, how do you go about it? As I mentioned in the previous video, there's a difference between the lesser riser pentagram and also the circle casting. You can combine the two, do one then the other, you know what I mean. If you're talking about something which is of a higher energy level, it would make sense to incorporate the lesser riser pentagram into it. So you do that first, then when you've got your energy field shielded, then you can do your circle casting, then seal the circle. Okay, in accordance with the tradition as you understand it. Or as you feel comfortable, taking into account what you've read from various different things, because traditions themselves are only as useful as far as they go, and what we need to be paying attention to is what goes on inside here, not always what goes on outside there. Ideally, you'll be doing this exercise after you spend a fair period of time reading Barbara Ann Brennan, Hands of Light and Light Emerging. Why would you do that and follow her instructions? So that you can learn to feel the energy. Once you've learned to feel, even in the smallest possible way, some of the energy, you've developed a bit of the HSP, the high sense perception, which Barbara Ann Brennan spoke of as a result of opening up the chakras and entering into that transcendental state of mind. Just to a certain extent, you know. So you do your preparatory exercises, your lesser riser pentagram, your circle casting, then you're in your circle, then hey presto what? Meditate, chant, pray. Use the ideas of what it is you're trying to bring into that environment. For as long as it seems fit for you to do. And the longer you can do it, the more you seem to be putting into the experience, the more you seem to be bringing up the energy, the more you seem to be doing more things. And then at the right moments, raise your hands above your head and bring them down. And whilst you're doing that, you're still meditating, you're still praying, you're still talking, you're still communicating with this thing, you're still chanting in a monastic way to bring this thing about. And you slowly bring your arms down, very slowly. And as you're doing so, you might be feeling something like a veil descending upon you, something like a very soft, dusty, static electricity. And then your arms come right down, and when your arms are finally at your sides, alright, you may feel an energetic change within the circle environment itself, which could hypothetically be relevant to the thing which you're trying to talk to and communicate with. Then you try and talk to it or communicate with it using your intentionality from inside. It's not just a question of intellectual conversation. There's got to be ascending, okay? And see what happens. Then close your circle down, perform another lesser riser pentagram afterwards, and see how you feel. Something anomalous might happen afterwards, or it might not. Or on the other hand, you could carry on practicing the same ritual every single night for a while and see if there's some variety of spiritual presence within your area. That's just what I would say, and I'll leave it at that for now. But think about how much energy you raise. Think about the feeling of the energy that you raise, and then make an extrapolation as to what you could possibly do with it. Then put that extrapolation to the test at a later stage, to see if you can advance your knowledge and understanding and general craft. Alright, remember, it's all in here, it's your emotions, thoughts, feelings, and it's all based upon that. And trying to reach those states of mind which is transcendental, with hemispheric synchronization, and so on and so forth, with the opening up and so on and so forth. Well, that's a fun bit of homework for you to be getting on with. Let me know your experiences in the comment section maybe. Bye for now.